Good evening to all. Let's proceed further now and try to see how to use the ERIC database for our own search purposes, especially when we are writing a systematic literature review paper. Now, for that, you see, I would be dwindling between the ERIC ed.gov, that is the main database page, number one, and number two, to explain how to use the ERIC database, the complete tutorial. I have taken the help of this particular web page, that is paperpile.com slash g dot slash ERIC research database. Now this gives you a brief introduction to ERIC database itself, and trust me, while I was learning more about writing a paper, I bumped into this particular web page, and you can see here the writing. And now this is not the forum for me to discuss about it, so I'm not taking you or giving you any introduction to the writing part. However, under the research itself, you will find out a page for the academic databases, which is my how I got into this introduction myself to this particular. I never knew that there was a database called ERIC, and I can use it as I keep using. I use more of Google Scholarly database. I wouldn't say database, a web page for the advanced research on the Google platform, number one. Then I bumped into the Microsoft later on. However, HathiTrust, ERIC database, these were all the things that I came across, and slowly I started learning. And a time came in wherein, even for the Scopus, I will show you how to go ahead and use them and, get ready access, especially for yourself only. Now, to begin with, what is the ERIC database? That's the first question that we need to understand. And a brief introduction was given from my side in my earlier video. Here you will see that they clearly have said that ERIC stands for Education Resources Information Center. It's a database that provides more than 1.5 million texts related to all aspects of education. So they, for example, let's say one of you, I think it is Swati, who's doing her research work on COVID-2 and tourism sector. Now, if that is so, can I go ahead and use this particular forum? Let us see. And if I'm able to get or not the information, this is the place. And I'm just taking away this one, and I'll key the word COVID, let's say 19 and tourism, and let's see if I can get some kind of an information from here. And you will see, bingo, here I'm getting certain things like virtual internships and work integrated learning in hospitality and tourism. Now, you see, if you are doing research on just COVID-19 and tourism, you see, it's a very generalized kind of an objective for you. Now, in order to grill yourself much further, what you will do in systematic literature review, you will start reading all the things that are available to you through this particular research, right, for this particular topic, that is COVID-19 and tourism. And you will start off looking for all these things, and wherever download full text is available, you can download it, you can read it. Descriptors are there, and in my earlier video I told you this also becomes your one of the tables for saying that the topic was the keywords that were chosen out here is COVID-19 and tourism. Okay, under that, the table, you can say the publication date. In 2021 only 2 papers, since 2020 6 papers, 2017 6 papers, 2012 6. That means till 2020 they are coming for the 6. So let's see what these 6 papers are. Are they separate ones, or are they even including the earlier ones? So see, if you look at this particular selection, what you can see, this is 2020, 2020, 2021, 2020. That means they have even included 2021 papers also. Okay, so they're not refining it. So this means that if I go back where I was, the 6 papers were published, let's say from 2002 onwards, last 20 years. So from last 20 years you will see that in this particular topic there has not been much work done. So that means you have got a scope to go ahead and even do a lot of research work for yourself. So public health messages about COVID-19, okay, or if you let's say you want to refine it further, you can even say phase 2 part of COVID-19, and then tourism. Now see, we do not get much of the result. That means that my words that I am choosing out here is not the correct one. So you can go ahead and you can make this kind of a thing. So let me come back to where I left you. It can be freely accessed. So unlike Web of Science or the other databases which requires a little bit of your institution affiliation, your official mail IDs, we will see this one is absolutely free. You can join up. Nobody is going to stop you. The ERIC research database is sponsored by the Institute of Education Sciences within the United States Department of Education. It is the largest database for education literature and contains resources dating from 1966. So it's a pretty long time, I should say, and there are a variety of resources available, like what? Journal articles, conference proceedings, executive summaries of meetings, government publication, dissertation theses, books and book chapters, audio visual resources. If you see nowadays, I'm finding that in archives, they are uploading lot of audios as well as films, documentaries, educational ones. Some of the universities have started taking care, and that has become a database. Now in case you are interested, you can visit even those places and include in your systematic literature review. I haven't seen much of these systematic literature reviews including the audio visual resources also. So that's another thing that you can look up, especially if you are focusing on tourism sector. Now similarly, currently ERIC contains over 250 journals which are included in the database for this one, and I'm not going to read each and everything. This is the web link that has been it is present over here. You can go ahead and read it. However, my major interest is how to search by the keyword and the subject. Now there are two things they have given to you: collection and thesaurus, and simple search, that is the basic search. And here if you look, they have given to you advanced and the search tips. Now let me go back here to ERIC, and here you will see collection, thesaurus is there. This is the basic one that without help of any keywords, you can simply, whatever pops up to your brain, you can simply go ahead, key the words and start searching. However, if you want to do the advanced search, there is a technique which has been used, and that's what I wanted you to come over here so that you can learn about it. Now to begin a basic search in ERIC, choose whether to search via the collection or the thesaurus. So what is the difference between both of them? Here they are explaining to you. If you choose to search via the collection, you will need to enter keywords. For example, here I have entered the keywords COVID-19 and tourism, and then I have found that these are the papers that I have got out here for myself. However, they're saying ERIC will then search all the articles that have these keywords indexed in the bibliographic records. Remember that collection gives you talks about only the bibliographic record. Now coming to the thesaurus, let's see what it is. ERIC also includes thesaurus search, which lets you obtain results from predefined descriptors. Now you see, this is the difference between the descriptors and the keywords, and this differentiates ERIC from the Google Scholar or the Microsoft. Here you have got the descriptors. What are the descriptors? These are computer simulation internship programs. Now if you are planning to because it's an education portal out here, so they will be focusing on papers that are published exclusively from the education side. So if you are planning to do research, let's say COVID-19, tourism and education, this will be an important paper for you. Similarly, you can carry forward. Now when you are coming to the thesaurus, here they are telling you it will be covered in more details below. Now the ERIC YouTube channel, you can go, you can see those videos so that you can learn more. To begin a basic search in ERIC, choose the keywords you wish, like for example higher education or post-secondary school, or in your this thing COVID-19, tourism, marketing, or whatever you feel like. I've just taken randomly these two keywords and I have selected it. This search will return results that have either higher education or post. Now I'm doing it with thesaurus. I did not use it. This was basically under the collection. Let me click on this and then it is asking you search the thesaurus descriptors. So let's say again I'm taking up COVID, let's say 19 and tourism. Okay, and if I want to search about it, now you will see what thesaurus is giving you. It says no results match. Okay, let me just remove this one. Go ahead with tourism. Anything out here? It shows only tourism, nothing else for the thesaurus. Now if I want more tourism and let's say marketing, if I want, I have missed out with A. So here let me see, is it giving to me? No. Try fewer or simpler search. So if not tourism, let me go ahead. What's happening today? Okay, here we go, and let's see if I want to include synonyms, what I will get. So you can do little bit of your own search like this and you can find out. Browse thesaurus. So here we are coming out here. So if you want to understand purpose and scope about the thesaurus, they have given you the complete importance. Like if you want to understand COVID-19, tourism and peoples and cultures. Now here are the peoples and cultures. You can look into it because you are from the tourism sector. Now the tourism sector is one of my favorite areas because I travel a lot, and it has really helped me to learn a lot from the tourist perspective, and yes, I love writing for that also. So here you will be seeing that yes, a lot of things are available in terms of peoples and cultures, like Eskimos culture, cultural traits. Now for example, I find it that even when I'm moving from one district to another district, there are differences because I'm a keen observer, and observer doesn't mean only through eyes. You have to open your ears and you have to be very particular about the kind of smells, which I mean all the 5 sense organs, let me put it like that. That's better. And you will see that yes, when I'm moving from one place to the other place, cultures are very important. Even when I'm traveling in a bus, you can say, buses also, different kinds of buses I have seen, especially the state buses, or let's say the AC coaches. Especially the crowd is very different in an AC coach, so the interaction becomes very different, the conversations are so very different. And if I'm traveling in a, let's say, a state bus or a simple ordinary a general bus which is meant for all kind of people, sometimes now the knowledge that I gain over there is very different, very very different. The etiquettes which I observe differently, they are the conversations are very different, the knowledge that I gain. So what I want to tell you is that when you are entering into this kind of research, that it's up to you how you can go ahead and learn about it also and come up with your paper. Now then they are telling you what out here. Then they say this search will give you so and so. Now there are few things to point out with the initial search. Now initial search means what? The basic one, wherein let me go back to here in the collection. This is my basic search. I'm not doing anything else. I just want to go ahead and do a very simple search for myself. That is the point that I have to check out. The first is the number of results that you get. Now for example, if I go here and let's say I want to now search on, okay, let's see, medical astrology. Okay, and let's see if I can get something. No, I did not get anything. Now it's asking me, did you mean medical astronomy? Now you see there's a huge difference between medical astrology and medical astronomy. Okay, let me just see what am I going to get, because this now this is something which is a drastic thing. I never ever thought that yes, there would be something which is called as medical, okay, autonomy. Now see, astronomy is what I'm looking for, and it is still asking me, giving me the choices. Ramani is not medical astrology, the second choice was astronomy, and now I have got the third choice through this particular database. It's asking me, are you talking about medical autonomy? Now basically I come from that area, so astronomy, these are the ones that I have got. So let me click on medical autonomy. Now what kind of a freedom am I looking? Now here comes the difference. Will medical technology de-skill doctors? So you see, a lot of things are coming up, and these are what I see is, you can go ahead and you can make a record for your systematic literature review. So sometimes you can see here the results are popping up. Now let me go ahead and make a very simple one. This is medical marketing. Now what I get? Oh, oops, I got only some of it, that is 164. Okay, let's remove medical, and it's a big data era. So let's see about digital marketing, my favorite area. 276 results only. That means they are not going to go into a very vast. Let's see only marketing, what I will get. I think I should be able to get more results out here. Let's see how. Oh yes, now it has increased to 12,924 results. Now mathematizing multi-level, I never, though multi-level marketing is the latest topic again, so on the top of the list. Then comes the benchmarking marketing 2019. So 2020 to 2019 they have jumped, and you can see my eyes will be on this one in 2021. How many papers? And you can see 43 papers have been published. Now this is what exactly I wanted. And in 2020, 323 papers, out of which 43 are the common ones. So you can eradicate since 2020. Yes, it would be including them also. So one has to include. So you can see how the numbers are varying. It's a cumulative one, and you can really make your search for your systematic literature review much better. Now for example, if you are working on tourism, go ahead and just simple tourism, it is 1,803 papers. So in 2021 till date 13 papers have been published. So 2020, this is also 2020, 2019. So 2021 you will have to look and see how many of them you can download them completely, or peer reviewed or non peer reviewed. Let's have a look at 2021. So if this is the one, only 13 results are there. Direct link, one paper you can download. So this is how you can go ahead and you can do the research work for yourself at the basic level. I'm not talking about at the advanced level. So here comes your first table. However, you can refine your search result. Now comes your filters. Okay, now publication date, a separate table, descriptor, a separate table, sources, separate table, author. Now the question arises, how do I get all these things? Here we go. Here is the publication date. This becomes, let me go back. This becomes your first table. Descriptor becomes your second table. Click on more. This is all you're going to copy paste, and you can transpose in the I would say in the Excel sheet, so that you can avoid the flag, and then you can go ahead with this one. Similarly, sources are there, authors are there, publication type, education level, audiences, location, laws, policies, and tell me which paper or which database will give you this information: laws, policies, and programs. Especially with the tourism sector, assessment and surveys, how many of them have been taken care of. These kind of information is what I would say a systematic literature review should be giving it to you. Okay, so here you have got now the chance from the thing as to how to go further. Now let us go further. So you have got different tables for yourself. So that makes a wonderful systematic literature review exclusively from ERIC. Now you can bifurcate your paper and say systematic literature review first with the database ERIC. These are the results I have got: table 1, table 2. So you can see how many tables you can really discuss about. Then comes your thesaurus search. Now here, if you are looking at the thesaurus search, it says it's a search for subject descriptors. Now what are you trying to do? You are funneling further. Now remember, in your earlier table it was just a description that you have given here, the descriptors. Now you are going to discuss more about the descriptors out here. Now that is a wonderful thing about ERIC. Now here you will see when entering a search in thesaurus, you will be presented with a list of descriptors. Now where do I get the descriptors? These are the descriptors which you will have to make a table separately and say that for this particular paper, for example, let's say in your case, this is your paper number 1, these are the descriptors. Paper number 2, these are the descriptors. Paper number 3, these are the descriptors. Now once you have that particular table which has been prepared from your side, when entering a search in the thesaurus, you will be presented with a list of descriptors which match your search table. For example, the image below shows the suggested descriptors for a search for migration. For example, let's go to thesaurus. Include synonyms, include the dead terms. What do you mean by dead terms? Terms which are no longer used. For example, I know Greek language, a term was there which meant for parricide. What is parricide? Parricide means killing one's own father. Matricide, killing one's. Now if you will read the newspapers, and if you are little bit if you have got the knowledge about the law and the criminology, you will see that in our country there are cases which are filed against killing one's own mother or killing one's own father. Okay, now forget about the siblings, I'm talking about father and mother. Now over there also sometimes, you know, matricide is still in usage, however patricide is not so much in use. So at that time you will be calling this to be a dead term. For example, in bioethics, it's one of the branches which includes the ethics, especially for the biomedical areas. If you are talking about euthanasia, one of the definition of euthanasia is killing of the self. In what way? If you know Greek language, you will understand that the word comes from euthanatos, which means that happy death. How can a death be happy? Now I never understood, leaving Osho. Osho is the only person I think who said that you know, death, you should not feel scared, it's a very happy kind of a thing. Now I don't know how that thing is possible. I cannot understand that. However, looking at that one, do you really think that euthanasia is going to give you happiness in that manner? Now there were a lot of debates, quote unquote, of happiness. However, the things are like it's a dead term right now. For example, even if you go into Jainism, they have a concept of what they call it as salekhana, which means if I do not want to live anymore, slowly I can invite death for my own body. And it is possible in their culture. They have this concept of salekhana, and those sages, monks and nuns who are there, they know how to do it. You know, slowly they give you. And even if you are from a typical traditional Brahmin family, you will see that your grandparents, especially eventually, if your grandfather is no more, grandmother slowly tries to give away. Now these practices are still existing in South India, as well as in very orthodox and traditional Brahminical families, who are there. They will give away, let's say if a widow is there, let's say your nani or dadi who is a widow, you will see that they will give up eating ghee, and they will say, no, I don't want to consume ghee at all. A time will come when they will say, no, I don't want to eat any of the carbohydrates. In southern India or Bengal, if you go, they will leave eating away even rice. They will not eat or ghee, and a time comes when slowly they will give away eating lentils. So what are they trying to do? If you go to remote areas of Rajasthan also, sati system, slowly when they are invoking those kind of traditional things, you will understand. Why I'm telling you is what is the importance of the dead term. So if you make dictionary as your best friend, you will see some of the dead terms which are there. You can really go ahead and take the help also side by side and start searching. Now if you go ahead and start searching, okay, I'm so sorry, I did not include the word out here. No, it is there. Thesaurus I wanted. Now let's say these are, okay, let's first complete and then I'll come over to here. Now they are saying that Thesaurus will give you all the words. Now for example, just the browse. For example, the image below shows the suggested descriptors for a search for migration. If you are unsure which terms to use in your search, you can browse the full list of descriptors by clicking the Browse Thesaurus link to the right of the search box. Can you see this one? Thesaurus, this is also Thesaurus is there, and the migration. And if you go ahead and see, you will be getting, these are the results. For example, immigration, migration patterns, rural to urban. Let us go back and why should we say out here, let me just pick up her favorite word, tourism, and now I'm at Thesaurus, and let's see. Okay, now I just got the word tourism, and if I want to help take, now these are the ones that they have given to us for the word tourism, and what are the various Thesaurus synonyms, or you can say the other word, and these are in the alphabetical order. So these are all the things that they give it to you. So if you feel that yes, some of them are quite useful for you, so please go ahead and you can literally search and browse for yourself. So here you have got, after that, clicking on any of these links will bring you to a descriptor page. You can use the descriptor by clicking the search collection using this descriptor link as shown in the screen sheet. For example, you want to understand demographic movements of individuals or groups. For example, if I go marketing, Thesaurus, and now click on Thesaurus, and you will see it will give you okay, it has given me, let's say I want to do for the search for marketing and Thesaurus, so it will be, okay, have I introduced out here tourism, include synonyms, dead terms also, and Thesaurus. So here I can go, let's click on human geography, and you will be getting all these things coming under. Now let's say I want to understand on the urban demography. Now if I come to the demography, I can click here, and these are the words that you are going to use it and put it in your table. So you have got human geography, below that you have used demographic, and the broader terms are social. Now these are the ones that you have to make a note for yourself in your systematic literature review. Okay, so it's not an easy thing to do systematic literature review. However, you need to have a little bit of patience, and out of 24 hours you should be glued to your computer as well as these databases which are available, and present yourself with the things that they are giving it to you. Now, once the descriptor has been chosen, the presented results can be further narrowed and you can carry forward. For the advanced search features, let me come back in my next video. Otherwise, my YouTube will not allow me to go ahead and I should say upload a very long video. So I have got that little bit of restriction. So let me come back with this particular topic in my next video. Till then, thank you for watching. Take care. Bye.